Hi, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, ma'am. Good morning.
Okay. Morning, ma'am. Morning,
My
sir.
apology for the late. My apology with starting so late, out of time that we've agreed on, but we had a lot of things to do in the morning.
No problem, sir. Thank you.
But we're gonna start now. I'm just waiting for the magistrate to arrive, and
Okay.
we'll start.
Okay.
Is there any other document which you wish to hand in as evidence, or are you satisfied with everything?
I'm satisfied, sir. You mentioned yesterday that you feel there is enough for the warrant, and then it was just this proof of ownership for the vehicle, for the Toyota Fortuner, that you wanted to print out. Yes.
Yeah, I did that. I have it here now.
Okay.
Just one thing before we start. I see here that the date of expiry, it was 2022 11 30. Is he still driving this car?
Yes, sir. Are you talking about the vehicle? This is an old piece.
Yes.
This is an old piece of paper that I have from when we were married before I left. But yes, this vehicle is still in his possession. So I was made aware of the fact that he sold it, but then in court he said he sold it to his father. But his father has subsequently passed away. So I'm not sure if it is now in the trust or back in his name, because they tried to take it out of his name on purpose so that there wouldn't be claim to it. But
I'm gonna lead you. I'm gonna lead you now, to just explain what you just said to me now for the purpose of record and to the magistrate.
Sure, sir, no problem. But the vehicle is still in his possession. It's
right.
Parked at his residence, and he uses it to drive my daughter to school.
Are you having your daughter with you, or even his other
No,
child?
I mean when she's with him. I mean in the past, recently, before we left.
Okay.
I mean when she's there,
right.
the vehicle gets used to drive her to school. He's still in possession of it.
All right. No, it's fine. I'm gonna lead you in evidence in this point of your car.
Okay.
Of the Fortuner.
Okay.
We'll start now.
Thank you, sir.
Today is the 16th of May 2025. I'm calling a maintenance matter with reference number 50120225 MAI 000211. The applicant, your worship, is Nell Marie Bradshaw. The respondent is Jade Bradshaw. It's an agent application for a warrant of execution. Your presiding magistrate is Magistrate Data, and then maintenance officer is Mr. Quinda, and then Mr. Mtati is our stenographer. Your worship, we have been proceeding in English in two occasions, and then I am ready to proceed, and the applicant, your worship, she is also ready to proceed. I am going to request that your worship should be sworn in for the proceedings.
Good morning, Mrs. Bradshaw.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, the proceedings are going to start now. I just want to warn you that you are still under oath.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, ma'am, when we adjourned yesterday, we requested that you provided with the registration or the motor vehicle license disc of Mr. Bradshaw, which you've done so, and then I have printed it out, and then I have a copy of the license registration disc with me. Now, I want to inquire with you the registration license disc which you sent to me via email. When is it dated?
So this is an old piece of paper I have from when I used to help Mr. Bradshaw with his admin. So this is not a recent piece of paper, but it has all the details on it. It says here the date of expiry is 2022. So that's the year that I left Mr. Bradshaw.
And the date when this print out of this license was made, I see a date under there, below there. With a barcode.
The date received.
On the right side. Is the date of the print out of this license vehicle.
So this is from
disc.
2021, the 11th month, 29. So it's 29 November 2021.
Okay. And then I'm gonna read this motor vehicle license disc. I'll just ask if you confirm if the content is the same with what you have there.
Okay, sir.
It says vehicle. It said vehicle registration number WKP 862S, and then said a license number DV 015EC.
It's DVY, sir.
DVY 015EC.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Is the license number still the same as last time you saw it?
Yes, sir. As far as I'm aware, from the last time I saw the vehicle, it's still the same.
Okay, and then the vehicle identification number, the VIN is AHTZU69JX, and then 00001951.
Yes,
and
sir.
then the engine number is 1GRO868551.
Correct.
And the maker is Toyota,
Yes, sir.
and the serial number, the serial name is Fortuna,
Yes, sir, that's correct.
and the vehicle category is a light passenger MV, less than 12 person,
Yes, sir.
and then driven is self propelled, and the vehicle description is a station wagon,
Correct.
and roadworthy test was done on the 11th of 2016,
Yes, sir.
and then the vehicle classification is B116000503017004017
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Then the registration authority is Jeffreys Bay, and then the control number is 1044000059 WL,
Correct.
and then the date of expiry was on the 30th of November 2022.
Correct.
You are saying this vehicle is still in the possession and in use of Mr. Bradshaw.
Yes, sir. Up until recently, before we left, whenever my daughter was with Mr. Bradshaw, he would take her to school in that vehicle, and all the court proceedings at Humansdorp Court, he arrived in that vehicle. So Mr. Bradshaw doesn't drive himself, but his mother drives him, or one of his workers drive him, and they use this vehicle on a daily basis, and it is parked at his residence.
Do you know if ownership of this vehicle was transferred from 30th of November 2022, or the car is still in the ownership of Mr. Bradshaw?
So I don't have the complete correct knowledge, because actually at the time of the divorce, the vehicle was in my possession because it's a family vehicle. It's our only vehicle, and I was using it to drive my daughter to school, to buy groceries, to take her to the doctor, to take her to extramural activities. I was informed by my divorce attorney at the time that because I'm the primary user of the vehicle, I may continue to use it because I have no other vehicle. The divorce was pending, so it needed to be decided what happened with the vehicle. And during that time, Mr. Bradshaw sent someone to steal the car from me with a spare key while my daughter and I were sleeping. We woke up one morning and the car was just gone. This was reported at court. He admitted to paying someone 500 rand to steal the car. Then, when we tried to get it back through the help of an attorney, because it was my only means of reliable transport to take my daughter to school, he then informed attorney at the time, Mr. Bulla from Legal Aid, that he sold the vehicle. So Mr. Bulla couldn't negotiate with his attorney to get the car back because he told us the car was sold. Then for a long time we didn't hear anything about it. They hid the vehicle. Then after months, all of a sudden we started seeing them driving around in the vehicle again. Then when asked about it in court, he said he'd sold it to his father. But last year, Mr. Bradshaw, his father, passed away. So I am not sure. I do not have the correct documentation. I don't know what he's done with that vehicle. If it's in his father's name, if it's back in his name, if he put it in his mother's name to try and hide it, I don't know what he did with it. But during our marriage, that was our primary vehicle. And at the time of leaving, the car was in his name. And so I don't know what the current ownership of it is. But this is the proof that I have that it was our vehicle and in his name.
Then the last information you have of ownership is that it was sold by Mr. Bradshaw to his late father.
That's what he claimed in court, but he never provided any documents as proof. That's what he said under oath in court.
Do you request that the motor vehicle license and the disc be admitted as an exhibit and be marked as exhibit? Your worship, I'm not certain at what exhibit we are now. Is it I? Be marked as an exhibit I.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
The license documents or the documents regarding proof of ownership by J. Bradshaw, which the applicant alleges is her husband, is admitted into evidence and is marked as Exhibit I.
It's copies, Your Worship. Is there any other relevant information that you feel the court need to be aware of?
Not at the moment, so it's my understanding that these documents are sufficient.
Your Worship, that's the applicant case.
Yes, okay. Ms. Bradshaw?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you for the particulars that you have provided before court in support of the application. Before I can, I have perused the documents, and also I have had your submissions that you have made and the evidence that you have provided. I have nothing to clarify on currently. I will let the maintenance officer to address the court if there's anything that he wishes to address the court with before I can make my findings on the matter.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Your Worship, it is an unfortunate circumstances that the applicant had to find herself waiting for almost 3 years for her to receive justice in the matter. Your Worship, is my submission, Your Worship, that the applicant had met the required standard for her application to be granted by this honorable court, in that in terms of the Maintenance Act, in terms of the Maintenance Act, 99 of 1998, it states that Section 28 to Section 27 stated that the Maintenance Court may, on the application of a person referred to in Section 26 2A, authorize the issue of a warrant of execution against the movable property of the person against whom the maintenance or other order in question was made, and if the movable property is insufficient to certify such order, then against the immovable property of the latter person to the amount necessary to cover the amount which the latter person has failed to pay, together with any interest thereon, as well as the cost of the execution. 2A, a warrant of execution authorized under this section shall be prepared in the prescribed manner by the person in whose favor the maintenance or other order in question was made. 2, and then issue in the prescribed manner by the act of the maintenance court, and executed in the prescribed manner by the sheriff or the maintenance investigator. In terms of Section 26, Your Worship, of the same act, the maintenance, stated that whenever any person against whom a maintenance order has been made and has failed to make any particular payment in accordance with the maintenance order or against whom an order for payment of specific sum of money has been made under section 16(1)(a) 2 or 20 or to 1 form has failed to make such a payment, such order shall be enforceable in respect of any amount which the person has so failed to pay, together with any interest thereof. Your Worship, the applicant, Your Worship, have exercised her right to elect to apply for a warrant of execution, and then 10 days, Your Worship, has elapsed since the order has become, since the payment of the maintenance has become due. It is over. He last make a payment, Your Worship, in May 2023, and then he has not been complying with the full maintenance since October 2022. He has been paying short, Your Worship. It's my submission, Your Worship, and my humbly request that the applicant warrant of execution against the movable property at One Acacia Street, Web Crescent, Jeffreys Bay, be attached and be removed to raise the amount that respondent is currently in arrears of, which is a total of 332,000, which has been calculated since October 2022 to date. Your Worship, the respondent, Mr. Bradshaw, had shown no regard to the order which was made by the Regional Division of the Eastern Cape in Humansdorp on the 28th of June 2022. He has continuously defaulted on his monthly obligation and leaving the complainant and the child destitute, to the extent, Your Worship, that she had to flee the province, and she is not in means to sustain herself and to sustain the child. It's my humbly request, Your Worship, and my submission that the complainant had shown that respondent is the owner or is the beneficiary of the trust property, and he is the owner of the Fortuner Toyota, and then the movable property on the place that is currently residing on, which is also being used as a guest house, has recently been renovated, and funds can be raised to cover for the areas that are due to the complainant. It's my submission that we can finalize this matter today and complainant has shown enough evidence to warrant this court to make a finding in her favor and to order that the warrant of execution of the movable properties and the fortuner be attached and be removed and be sold to cover for the areas that are outstanding as the court pleases.
Ms. Bradshaw, thank you, Mr. Quinda. Mr. Bradshaw, is there anything else on your side that you would wish to state before the court can make a ruling on the matter?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much for hearing me.